I still lived with a constant fear of my child's father. He had threatened to take them, to hurt me. I never gave anyone my address after I moved away. I used a P.O. box, an unlisted number, and kept everything private. It was the only way I felt safe. Sometimes I spoke with his mother. She seemed kind, and she promised not to share where I lived. I believed her because she seemed afraid of him too. When my child was about 4 years old, she invited us to visit. She wanted to take us to SeaWorld and spend time getting to know her grandchild. I thought about it for a long time. I wanted them to have that connection, to have some sense of family. I didn't think he would be involved, so I finally agreed. We drove 5 hours to meet her. When I arrived, there was a note taped to the door. It said, "I'm sorry, I can't. Please forgive me." I saw his brother inside the house and knocked, hoping for an explanation, but he wouldn't answer the door. The house stayed silent. She had told me earlier that my child's father had moved to another town, hours away, so I knew he wasn't there. But still, I had driven all that way, only to be turned away at the last moment. Later, she wrote me a letter explaining that he had found out and threatened her. She was terrified. She wrote to me a few more times after that, and I still have her letters. Maybe I kept them because they felt like proof that it all really happened, that I wasn't making it up. It broke my heart, especially knowing my child had been excited to meet their grandparent. Eventually, his mother reached out again. She said she wanted to meet. She drove to my town, and we met at a local area. My child finally met their grandparent, and I still have a photo from that day. Even though my marriage was falling apart, I asked my husband to adopt my child. I did it for safety, just for protection for both of us. When the divorce papers were written, I had to agree to an arrangement that said I would have full custody until my child turned 9, and then custody would become joint. He said that was to make sure I did what he wanted. It wasn't about safety, it was about control. He agreed to the adoption. It meant no more child support, which didn't matter since he hadn't paid anyway. I had been making fake receipts under pressure from him, pretending the payments were being made. When he signed away his rights, it should have been a relief, but it didn't feel like freedom. It felt like exhaustion, like survival disguised as peace.